Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 766 of Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. I'm Brian. You're the viewers, and this is the sheet of paper. This is my mouth, and all four aforementioned items will come together in this live stream when I eat the paper. Now we're going to put our score for the day. Now, I'm honestly feeling determined because I'm in a bit of a work ethic mode. Not just eating 2 sheets of paper as punishment for my crimes of forgetting yesterday, which hopefully people will hold me accountable right now as they're watching, and not any other time in my life when I am giving the sales pitch that this series is about eating a sheet of paper a day without skipping, all right? So just pretend that I never skipped a day yesterday, because that did not happen. So score for the day. Thank you. Sorry, that was me farting. And this is I'm in high spirits, but the day's barely started yet, so I'm going with the 7.8 out of 10 right now. And because we have 2 sheets, I might be here twice as long, so I don't even care that it's a bit of a blank stream right now, because we're just going to take our time. So you've never seen me do this before. That's true, you haven't. You're not on the internet, so...
Tony, can you get your back in too?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Second tries the charm. Because what's cool about this, and also not cool at the same time, is you get to really understand yourself and your instincts. Because there are some times when, because your brain in the back of your head knows that it's an inedible object. But at the same time, sometimes it goes down real smooth, and other times, like, I cry, and sometimes it hurts, and sometimes my gut heaves, and I'm like, but it's the same paper you had yesterday. You didn't heave back then, Brian. So what the hell's going on? Hey, what's good, Parth? It's been a while. Okay, so this is the first time. So you said that you're at Mesa College, and I don't think I was even on topic when I responded. I was like, hey, are you at Mesa College? What's your Instagram? So I'm sorry for not actually answering your question, but not to worry, because I hope you recognize the really flabby building. I don't know how to describe this texture, but like, I hope you recognize this, because this is Mesa College. So come here I don't have an Instagram. Yeah, well, you're psychotic. How about that? Everybody has an Instagram. Why don't you conform like the rest of us? But I don't want to single anybody out. But yeah, anybody who doesn't have an Instagram, psychotic. We've established that you're psychotic already. You take 15 classes in one semester. Like, what the hell?
17 units in one semester, and I dropped 3.
Still bad. That's still bad. But I failed UC Berkeley, not Berkeley School of Music. UC Berkeley, that was the school that my dad went to, and my dad graduated, and my dad's insufferable. So if you must know, you're saving yourself. You're a better man now that you failed UC Berkeley. So what weekdays, not for you to dox your own schedule publicly on a live stream on the internet, but what days are you here? Also, I will dox my own phone number on here just so you can text me, because I would love to get in touch with you. You're an old guy from middle school from my drum circle. And also, I'm doing jazz gigs. I'm a professional jazz musician. So if you want to come to a gig, there's a gig on the 27th of this month. Might be a little bit of a banger. So if you like high energy and tinnitus and permanently damaging your eardrums, then please, pretty please come over. I'm going to put my number right now, 858-216-5646. And make sure to send me a hard mode 8-ball game so that I know it's you. That'll be our secret code. Tuesday and Thursday. Well, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I start by coming here at around 11, go to interpersonal communication class, which is the shittiest class ever. There is no interpersonal communication at all in that class. It's just a teacher yelling at us about her personal life. And when that's over at around 12, I have a 2-hour gap where in between 12 and 2, I am doing nothing. So if you want to meet up with me there, thanks, I took that class. You're welcome, and don't take that class again. Like, even if you failed it, it's so not worth it. Yeah. So there is in real life, IRL, in real life observer, who believes that I have no internet safety skills, and I will tactfully craft my rebuttal, and I'll say that I'm so swamped with scam calls at this point, and when I was younger, I've been doing this YouTube thing for like 9 years, and I it's already over. So like I already get so many scam calls that like what it's like a drop. It's like she says I'm fucking kidnap shaped, which fair enough. But if you feel how uncomfortable it is to grab my torso because my rib cage pokes out, then trust me, you'll drop me within 5 seconds. But I also think that just I get so many scam calls, so many scam texts, so many random AI generated texts about voting for Kamala Harris that like I just kind of tune it all out. So if I were to dox my number on a stream with 2 people watching, like I guarantee you it'll be like a drop of water in the ocean. Like there won't be any. But yeah, text me an 8-ball game. And plus, if I'm asking for 8-ball games, if a bunch of scammers or people with negative intentions decide to send me 8-ball, like what's the harm in that? I get to play more 8-ball. But yeah, at around 2:20, I start my jazz ensemble class, which also stinks. So just a little less, 2% less stinky. But it's just one of those classes where I'm in it and I'm like, even I could teach this class better. I don't understand how these grown men who have probably been through the loss of their mother and like a full round of puberty that ends at 25, just things that I haven't experienced yet. I don't know how they can have all this formative life experience and still stink at managing a class. Like, dude, I could imagine 10 other ways, 10 other better ways to manage the class, but that's only a couple classes. I mean, those classes are just the 2 worst ones. But yeah, those are my Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're not really that busy. So if you want to meet up with me from around 12 to 2, let me know because I'm always around. There you go. Parth sent me a text. He says, hello. Also, I shouldn't show the screen there because his number's literally on there, but I think it was too blurry. I don't think anyone's going to see any of that. Also, Parth, you do not follow directions. Where is my 8-ball game? Oh, you have an Android phone. Never mind. Okay, he's more psychotic than you. It's official. Not on Instagram. Anna has an Android. Well, I'm going to give you like a smiley face emoticon. There we go. Why the long face? No, I mean, the thing is that not all discrimination is created equal, which is discrimination in of itself, if you think of it. It's discrimination. But no, I think that Android discrimination is totally warranted. Like, why? Like, why not bend into the hive mind already? Granted, Apple iPhones are worse, and a lot of aspects of them are very scammy, especially the charging ports, and also the auxiliary jack they got rid of. But Android people are just weird. Like, stop. Okay. What am I majoring in? This is going to be rough. I'm not majoring in anything. I'm just kind of meandering. I want to major in film because, like, I promise you, when I say I enjoy making YouTube videos, this does not count, all right? But I just released on my main channel, by the way, on Good Content, if you scroll down, tell you... Oh, yeah, so I did select my classes. Also, I'm getting some help. I'm getting some suggestions. There's live chat here, and then there's IRL live chat in the form of a person, a friend from college, who is showing me stuff written on her notes app on her phone, giving me suggestions. And a really good suggestion is to give you the backstory of how I selected my classes due to having no major, which is I used a random number selector on the internet to select random numbers between 1 and 257, which I believe there were 257 classes I were willing to take. And I got descriptive astronomy, acting, and interpersonal communication, and then history. And I just kind of put jazz ensemble there as a default because I'm just going there regularly. So that one doesn't count. But yeah, I don't major in anything. How many of them do I hate? I hate about half of them. So, but I feel like hating something makes more sense to me, and I feel less miserable about it if I pick something and my decision led me to hate. It's like the No Country for Old Men rule. If the rule you followed led you to here, of what purpose was the rule? So I would prefer to literally flip a coin like Anton, and reach my fate myself through pure chance, because at the end of the day, misery is inevitable. Why not let God or the universe decide my fate rather than a young fool like me? I don't want to play God and make the big decisions for myself when the universe was meant to give me the inevitable fate, not myself. We are granted too many freedoms in modern society, freedoms that our brains, being evolved backwards tens of thousands of years, were never meant to have. Our freedoms are a privilege, but some privileges were never meant to be. We must sap ourselves of our freedoms and our privileges in order to truly understand the world. We often want to skip the hard part of living. We want to experience positives but skip the negatives due to this power that we unjustly possess. So, what I say unto you, Parth, is that we must subject ourselves to humiliation, to shame, to agony, because then we will know ourselves and the world better. And when we know the world is ours. And this is the last two pieces of the first sheet. So just know this stream would be freaking over if it weren't for the fact that somebody is holding me accountable for skipping a day, which I understand. But I got to do it, honestly, because I am ashamed. It is my fault. I forgot yesterday. What year did you graduate CCA? Wow, you really remember that I was from CCA. I didn't even say that this stream. That means that you probably went back on my YouTube channel and you saw my CCA TV stuff. Somebody is brushed up. But yes, I graduated. Actually, oh no, I did not graduate CCA because you went to CCA? Oh, that's true. You are like a couple grades ahead of me. Well, I did not graduate CCA because I was not expelled, but I was politely asked to leave because of my prank call that went on my YouTube channel. So longtime fans of this YouTube channel who are watching right now will remember this when this came out 4 years ago. But it was a prank call, and there was a friend of mine from Jazz Ensemble, and he may or may not wanted to get revenge on his ex, and he wanted to, my help. And of course, he was a friend of mine, so I wanted to help him out. I'm not going to use any names here, to show you that I know internet anonymity. I don't know how you pronounce that word, but just know I've already said both of their names publicly on the internet, and it's on the paper streams. But I'm just practicing. You see, I'm practicing my internet safety, but my ISS, my internet safety skills. But I'm trying, or I was trying, to kind of do the best job I could for this friend of mine. And when I called her, I pretended I was an assassin who botched an assassination on her family members and was giving her a free assassination on a person she hated. And this was all info that the guy gave me. I was like, there's another lady who made fun of your boobs in middle school, true story. And I guess they were asymmetrical or something, and we can assassinate her for free. Normally I charge $300,000, so that was my bit. I was 17, so a little hastily done. And also in the phone call, I had a prop. It was a green plastic Nerf gun that I cocked and loaded, and over the distorted phone audio, it probably sounded exactly like a real gun. So, that was fine. She was okay with it because she actually knows. She had seen me around school and had heard about my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel was kind of being talked about around school campus. So she had heard about it, and she knew that I was kind of whack anyways. But then we got into an argument because I basically doxed her full name and the full name of the girl who made fun of her. So, and I was not, when it comes to edgy stuff like pretending to be an assassin, I think there's a right way to do that. I'm not going to say that's the problem. The problem was doxing somebody, like saying their full name on the internet. And she didn't approve. She could have chosen to approve and it wouldn't have been an issue. But I was 17, and also the pandemic was happening, and I was so rash, and I was on a little bit of a trip. I was on a little bit of a self-esteem trip, and I was like, well, fuck you. And I was like, I will not take it down. Make me. And so she basically called the cops, and I got arrested on June 1st of 2020. Thank you. Sorry, I'm farting again. But I was not expelled. It was not put on my record because I had the Asperger's thing on my IEP, which literally had nothing to do with this. This was just literally me being retarded as hell. So, honestly, I totally understand. With that said, people were already out to get me at that point, but I certainly did not do myself or them any favor. Actually, I did them a favor. I didn't do myself a favor. So they could not expel me or take me out of the school, right? Because if it weren't for the IEP thing, I would have been expelled. It would be on my record. But I was technically never expelled. But I do believe that I completely lost my train of thought. Where was I? Expulsion, not on record. Parth texted me again, so I was distracted by that. Oh, never mind. It's Randy. Get out of here, Randy. We have a movie night tonight. I'm arranging the watching of Hereditary, and two of my friends from the jazz gigs, they have not seen it, and they're gonna get fucked up. It's what I consider the scariest horror movie ever. So, Oh yeah, vendettas. They, I believed they had a vendetta against me, and they did, but that does not change the fact that I dealt with that whole situation in a very hasty manner. So that's totally on me. I was class of 2020. Yeah, I was supposed to be class of 2021, but that never fucking happened. I graduated from Laurel Springs. To answer, this is my very long-winded way of answering your question. I am the class of 2021. Graduated from Laurel Springs homeschool because that was the only option. To be fair, the pandemic kind of solved the problems that it created. Also, I do believe I was acting rash because I was going a little crazy because I was I was locked up and I need to interact with people. And when I wasn't interacting with people, I would do things that a normal rational man wouldn't do. But I do believe that it was all for the best because that was when all the mandates were in place and nobody could even focus on school because it was like pandemic learning and we had to go back into school. And I was just homeschooling in my own house the whole time with my little glass of OJ and other luxuries like my dad's recliners that are 12 years old but they still work. Stuff that is not in a normal school. Hard plastic kindergartner chair. No, thank you. School lunches featuring a bunch of microplastic riddled burger patties. No, thank you. So I got off scot-free the way I see it. So I never saw you. I never saw you around CCA. It was a big campus, but I assume that, you were around. It's just that I'm racist and you probably just look like other fellas who look like you, but I saw you one time. Jesus. Yeah, I know that really shows how big that campus was, but hey, maybe I can see you more times because you're at Mesa at around the same time I've been a bunch of times. I said hi. I do not remember. If I ran into Parth from middle school from Degano once, I would remember that. You probably said hi to me and you probably didn't say your name. Or you maybe you did and you just didn't clarify where you're from. Because I remember I was on that grind set and mindset in high school. So I didn't remember anything back then. So, you got any more live suggestions? Anonymous person behind the screen. Got any anonymous suggestions? Am I being internet safe right now relative to the first half of the stream? That's perfect. Well, if I said something truly concerning, then I'm sure that would spike your attention, so that's good. That means that I was just domesticated enough and on my best behavior to make sure that the internet safety levels are now up to where they were back when I gave my phone number in live chat, which is still visible right now. But it's all right. Anybody who is watching this, all other 3 viewers who are still here, one of you is Parth, though. If you don't have my number already, text the number I put in chat and send me a Game Pigeon game unless you have an Android phone, in which case don't even bother. I'm not going to respond to it. If I see the green text, I'm just not going to. McBurgerness, what's up, dude? Quick question. Have you seen the new video? Because I was supposed to do this stream and I was supposed to try and plug the new good content video because I worked on it for 6 months and now it's out. It's the controversial blue. Never mind then. Well, maybe I haven't been internet safe, but negative. Well. Follow-up question. You're subbed to my main channel. I know that you're more of a paper streams guy, which is interesting because now the group of people who watches my videos is split in 2. It's the paper stream people who more appreciate me when I'm talking free form, and then the people who appreciate when I have a scripted, edited video that's more high production. If you'd like me to watch, I can. I mean, how many have you even seen my main channel? I can put the link here. And out of all my internet platforms, like including my Instagram, like this is the one with the least amount of followers. However, it's the one that I've put the most effort into. So isn't that a freaking curse? I watch Content Con. Oh, well, never mind. I'm not going to put the channel link. But yeah, it's my Art versus Propaganda blackface school speech. And that might really suspiciously sound like I was in blackface when I gave the speech, but just watch it. It's fine. Because like when I was making this video, I thought it would be bad. Because I was just loathing the fact that it was a lack of audio editing, and I was like, okay, this is going to go on for 10.5 minutes. Are people's attention spans really that big? I mean, of course the answer is no, but relative to my expectations, the video performed quite well. In fact, it has a huge view spike right now. It's almost at 1,000. It's almost at 1,000 views right now, which relative to other stuff on this very relatively small platform that I have, it's pretty freaking good if I do say so myself. I'm going to start highlighting these views when it reaches like 1,000. The last time anything like this happened is I made a song for my philosophy teacher, which I actually sent to him, and then my philosophy teacher pinned the song, which is amazing because that song was quite obscene. I don't know how he posted that. So that got 2.9 thousand views. I don't know what you guys see in these videos, but there you go. That's the link. I am quite proud of it. I think that it's well made. I think it flows properly. I thought the speech was generally well delivered. McBurgerness says the song was... Oh, yeah, you saw that video, too. You said the song was good? Yeah, people said it had a real catchy chorus. I, of course, am kidding. There was no chorus in that song. I like the cadence. Yeah, I know. You could really hear the enthusiasm. I was bubbling with joy. Okay, let's speed run this. I mean, you've been consistently attending streams that are like 50 minutes long. I'm sure you can watch a 10.5-minute video, but like... McBurgerness, I just wanted to say there have been some recent events that really made me appreciate you and many others, namely you, Johnny Cook, even Caden, and the self-proclaimed Brianners and all that stuff. And I really do think that the level of engagement that you give, also the fact that you actually ask real questions and reciprocate things I say, which shows that that you guys like listen. And you guys don't even live around here. You guys live in like Indiana or something. Johnny Cook lives in like Florida. He lives in his mom's basement in Florida, and he's like a 56-year-old man with a family, and he gathers his wife and kids around like the TV to watch my streams, which is so weird. It's like a full-grown family man gathers his family to watch this like YouTuber he randomly found on the internet who eats paper. Like, to me, that's just so interesting. That's why the internet's so worth it. But McBurgerness, I don't know where you live. You might just be Idre under an alternate account. You might still be like around here. You might have known me from high school, or you found this by random chance and is just watching this as a stranger on the internet. But no matter what, man, I really appreciate you, and come back anytime. I mean, that's already a given, but like seriously, just know you're seriously welcome. And I hope to never get to a point where I treat you guys like dirt because I take you for granted, because it's a luxury to have people who I don't know, who live like a continent away, engaging and being interested and consistently attending the streams and all that. So that's very sweet, very wholesome. Anonymous viewer says wait, I don't know what's unlikely, that it's a luxury or a privilege or something, but he says that I'm deeply nice, which is very sweet. I mean, don't talk to me before I've had my paper in the morning. Treat viewers like dirt. That's true. I mean, to me, it's not an absence, or it's not a presence of negativity. To me, it's an absence of positivity. It's like I want to give back because they're giving me a lot of undue attention that I don't think I'm owed. And for me to just kind of continue with life as normal is, yeah. I mean, it might not seem like I'm apathetic because I mean, I'm technically, you could see the stream's existence as a form of giving, I guess, right? And so like, oh, I guess we're even Steven now that you engage, but it's like, no, like I do these streams purely for myself. I don't do them for anyone else other than me. So it's an added additional thing, which is added additional. I only needed to say one of those things, but yeah, it's an added additional thing for someone to go and engage. And so for me to go like, hey, I really appreciate it. Like, if I don't do that, and even if I'm positive, or if I'm like, if I'm mean, or even if I'm not mean, and I'm just kind of continuing as normal, I think being cognizant of the fact that people are giving to me, then to me that matters a lot. So I don't know. You're awesome, bro. I love watching. Billions of people, and I'm the few who find the paper stream. Blessing. I know. Hey, if billions of people find me, which is implausible, but if they do, I will remember you. I will shout you out. I reiterate that you're deeply fascinating to me, and I would observe you like a zoo. Aw, thank you. Paper streams being for you. I appreciate that. That's really sweet. And I think fascination, and listen, zoo animals, people pay full price just to get admission into a San Diego zoo, you know? I'm an endangered gorilla, throwing shit at the patrons, As a matter of fact, that's so wholesome, I'm pinning that comment right fucking now. You're awesome, bro. I love watching billions of people. Hey, I love doing this. I mean, for one, I would do it anyways, even if it weren't for the viewers, but like it would be a lot more miserable, without you guys. I don't want you to feel like you're carrying the stream on your shoulders, because you're not. But I'll say this, like, there are some days where I really don't want to do the stream because I'm really not in a paper consumption mode. I'm really not in the mode to consume inedible objects. And I remember you and Idre and even James back in the day, Caden, Ian, Avery, Leonard, Johnny Cook, even Parth, a bunch of other people who I'm not remembering right now. Oh yeah, Jonah, JJ, Mesothula, that fucking weirdo. But like, all you guys, even though some of you are a little autistic and a little neurodivergent, which, that's fine. I can deal with that. You know what I can't deal with? How nice you guys are, all right? I will never get over that. So I will continue to acknowledge that till the end of time. So McBurgerness, Parth, and other anonymous people, I know. Thank you guys so much for joining. Really appreciate it. This has been day 766 of Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1, the end.